Konnichiwa, Ian des. Today we're looking at some countries. Not the usual easy ones, a few more difficult ones. But it's good to know the names, so I've got the map and we're going to look at some places. So obviously we've got Japan. We all know Japan, hopefully. So let's see what we've got today. Down here, I'm sure many of you have visited Indonesia. I think you say it quite similarly, but Indonesia is these islands down here. Have you been? Do you like it? Indonesia. Lovely. What's next? Next is its neighbour, Malaysia. I'm not sure how you say that in Japanese. Is it the same? Malaysia? Maybe it's similar. But you have Indonesia, Malaysia down here. Lovely. We have Vietnam. Now I know this one sounds a little similar, but you tend to say B, not the, because there's not really a V sound in Japanese, so you use the B. So you say Vietnam, but it's Vietnam, the V. I would like to visit. It looks like a interesting place. So all these are close to Japan, so I know many of you like to go there. I'm quite jealous. It's very expensive for me to go here because it's so far away, but right next door to Japan. What's next? Thailand. Do you just say Thai? I can't remember, but in English it's Thailand, so we had the land on the end. Again, a very interesting country. Thailand, kind of like a necktie, but spelled differently. It's got the TH. Where's next? Cambodia. In between Thailand and Vietnam is Cambodia. Again, this region, very interesting. Very popular place to go and visit. Lots of interesting temples. So where's next? Oh, right, well, Afghanistan. Probably not somewhere you visited, but it's always in the news. Well, it has been for the last 20 years. Very famous for the war. British soldiers there, Americans. Did anyone from Japan go? I don't know. But yes, big war here for a long time. For even before that there was other wars. So Afghanistan, very troubled land. It looks very beautiful though. I know people have been, they've shown me pictures, beautiful mountains, but a troubled land. Where's next? Oh, Sri Lanka. So obviously we've got India, but this little island, if I go back, see a little island down here? Little island is called Sri Lanka. I don't know much about it, but it's a cool name, Sri Lanka. I believe they grow tea there, maybe. Might be making that up, but Sri Lanka, interesting island. Where's next? Okay, we're into Europe. So obviously over here is Asia. Oh, wrong way. So we've got Asia. Now we're into Europe, where I am. So let's look at some European countries. Maybe you'll know these, maybe you don't. First up, England. I think you know England, but I'm going to go through the United Kingdom. So England, here. Have you been to England? Do you want to go to England? I think a lot of people do. But do you know about Scotland next door? So Scotland and England, part of the UK. Same as the next country, Wales, which is this little bit here. So England, Wales, Scotland, all that one island, 3 countries in one. Some people think it's one, most it is one, but it's 3. It's a bit confusing. And then next, where I'm from, Northern Ireland, which is also part of the United Kingdom. So Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, England, 4 in 1. And then to make it very confusing, there's a Southern Ireland, also just called the Republic of Ireland. So there's 2 Irelands, Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland. 2 islands, one of them is part of UK, one of them's independent. Did you know that? So, got all the UK and Ireland there. Where's next? Oh, Iceland. This always gets forgotten about. This is part of Europe, even if it's very far away. Up near the North Pole, so it's very cold. Probably why it's called Iceland, although it has volcanoes, hot springs, so it has its own onsens. I want to visit. It looks very magical. Looks very cool. Where's next? Ooh, down here, next to Spain, Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo comes from Portugal. It's only quite a small country. It gets forgotten about, but Portugal's pretty important. Portugal is right next to the ocean, so if you go out here, there's nothing until you get to America. Then we have Poland, another P. Portugal, Poland. It's quite a big country. Polish people, they're good. Another country I'd like to visit. Looks very nice. Do you know anyone from Poland? A lot of Polish people moved to the UK. Did any of them move to Japan? It's a bit far, but they're nice. Oh, next door we have Ukraine, which you've probably heard in the news. Last 2 years, they've obviously been having some trouble. Bit of a war with their big neighbours next door, Russia. So obviously along here, a lot of fighting. A lot of the Ukrainians have came into Europe. They've all ran away. So that's where Ukraine is, kind of the Eastern Europe. Next we have Turkey, which is an interesting place because this is Eastern Europe, but it's also kind of getting into the Asia. Well, I'd call it the Middle East, this area here. But yeah, it's kind of where Asia meets Europe is Turkey. Interesting. They're a bit of both. We have Egypt, Egypto. Everyone knows about the pyramids. It's pretty cool. And if a lot of you fly to Europe, you'll probably fly over here. Most airplanes seem to go China, over India, over Egypt, into the Mediterranean Sea, and then wherever you're going in Europe. So if you've come to Europe, you might have looked out the window, seen Egypt, seen the deserts. Next is its neighbour, Saudi Arabia. So obviously, Country's very famous for its oil. Big country, big desert country. I don't really know much about it, but it's very hot, very dry, lots of sand, lots of oil. And there we are, back to Asia. So that's a quick look at some different countries. Was there any you didn't know? Any that sound the same or completely different? And any that you've been to? Tell me where you've been. Which ones do you want to go to? Anywhere look interesting? Lots of cool places I think you can visit. Or do you want to just stay in Japan? I want to visit Japan. So let me know. And of course, I'll put these on the website. The link will be below, and you can read them and some example sentences, stuff like that. So, arigato. Matane.